Sports court with 13 on your side. The case, we're taking it to the highest court in the land. We're arguing whether or not the Supreme Court got things right when it came to the NCAA. The Supreme Court has decided unanimously that student athletes can receive academic benefits while they also try to play sports.
Testimony.
So I think this is a great idea. They are student athletes, right? Students come first, so they should be able to get laptops to do their job. If that's what schools are using to lure them to campus, so be it. But if they are to be student athletes, they should be allowed to get the same benefits that other students potentially on an academic scholarship might receive.
Horrible, horrible decision. This is going down a slippery slope right now. You come across an arms race. The level of playing field is now more unfair than ever. As before, you're now worried about going to the best dynasty in terms of college sports. Now you got to go to which school is going to give you the most benefits, who's going to hook you up with the best internship, who's going to give you the best computer. I can see it now. They're getting Xbox Ones and PlayStation 85s. It's not good. This is a bad, bad decision leading to some bad things down the road.
Cross-exam. Isn't there already a large gap between the haves and the have-nots in college athletics?
Absolutely, there is totally, but this is going to completely further that divide, and you start talking about budgeting. I mean, obviously, are we only going to give these benefits really to the football and basketball players? What about the soccer players, the water polo players? Are they going to be on the same stuff? I know this is good for the players, but do you really think this is good for college sports as a whole?
Anything that's good for the athletes, in my opinion, is good for college sports as a whole, because for far too long, it's been a one-sided argument. For far too long, the only player in the game was the NCAA. They got whatever they wanted all the time. It's been like that basically since the get-go. Change is coming. It's here already. I think, honestly, this is good for student athletes. That makes it good for competitive sports.
Closing argument.
There will always be haves and have-nots in college sports. I get part of Mike's argument in that this will just create more of a divide. But let's be honest, it's not exactly like there's honor amongst thieves right now. Let's not pretend like there aren't college football programs giving kids cars. People have been finding ways around the rules for a while. So I think this cuts out the middleman and goes straight to the college student athlete. Here's a laptop. Here's what Mike said, an Xbox. Whatever the kids can get, I'm all for it.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I mean, we start off with educational things, then we start going into this gray area of what's educational and what's not, which is why I said the Xbox. And, you know, I really work on my mobility there with the controllers. That's good for my typing skills, right? No, that's not good. I'll agree. This is good for the student, but it's not good for the NCAA. There's going to be more disparity. And I think we have to remember that this is about protecting the sanctity of the game. I don't like it. I don't like where it's headed. That's my 2 cents.
The verdict. And now it's up to you, the jury at home. What do you decide?
Head to the 13 on your side Facebook page to give us your take. And next week, we'll highlight our favorites.
Last week's case, we argued which Detroit sports team was closest to turning things around.
And Jamal and I actually agreed that the Lions were the furthest away from doing that, but most of the commenters disagreed.
People like Renee, Jim, and Jordan all went for the Lions, proving there will always be hope amongst Lions fans.
And Dennis summed up most of the other comments with a simple, how about none? They all stink.
Ouch. Sometimes the truth hurts, but make yourself feel better by coming back for another case next week in Sports Court.